welcome to the table. And if you want to be or already are a connoisseur of vintage art, also known as Yu-Gi-Oh, hit the subscribe button and like below, and welcome to the familia. If not, I'm glad you're here with us, Timmy. While you're here with us, Timmy. All right, today we're going to be unboxing the third Blue Eyes White Dragon card ever made by Konami, checking out its condition, going over the release list from Konami from the 1st to 7th release, and listing the graded pop reports for each of those releases. Let's open it up. And by the way, it didn't ship like this, it was in a box, but it did come in this secondary envelope. Interesting packaging. Looks like we can just slide that out there. Let's check out that condition. Looks actually pretty good. Okay, it looks like it has some stuff on the back. Let me try to get that off real quick and we'll see what kind of condition it's in. All right, everyone, so I was able to clean the card off quite a bit, and the only flaws I see are maybe a print line right in here somewhere. I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera. So you do see those normal print lines and a little bit of dotting on this top edge, if that picks up on camera. So a little bit of dotting and a little kind of lift right there, but no whitening on the lift. So a little bit of a strange lift, but other than that, flip it on the back for you. There are no scratches on the back, and the only flaws I see are very minimal whitening. So you'll see just a little bit of whitening right there. And I think a dot maybe right here. But a very, very clean card overall, especially for the age of this card. All right, now the first Konami release was on July 23rd, 1998, when its very first Blue Eyes card was a promo that could only be obtained inside the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Capsule Breed and Battle PlayStation game. It was not guaranteed in each game, as you only got 3 random cards out of a set of 10. This was the first printing of that iconic Blue Eyes art everyone knows and loves, but the card surrounding the art looks very different from the traditional format, as Konami was still working on that for the later print runs. And there was no Eye of Anubis hologram, card number, etc. on that card. Graded wise, there are 78 PSA graded with only 15 PSA 10s of that card. The second release is a little complicated, as there was a part 1 and a part 2, so stay with me. Part 1 was on March 6th, 1999 with the starter box theatrical release, and was the first starter deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG. It contained 50 cards. It released in theaters alongside Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. In addition to the cards, it included a deck box with a belt clip, life point calculator, 6 star chips, and a playmat. You'll notice there is no Eye of Anubis hologram in the bottom right and no card number. It was an ultra rare. The part 2 to this was released just a few days later on March 18th, 1999, when an almost identical starter box released to the theatrical one. The only difference was the substitution of 5 cards being replaced with the March 18th set, which I'll show on screen here. Again, no Eye of Anubis, no card number, and you would not be able to tell the Blue Eyes card in the box from the theatrical box, unfortunately, as they were the same exact card, essentially, which is why you probably wouldn't classify this as a separate release. The total PSA pop is 213 with 8 PSA 10, so pretty high pop on that one. The third release was on December 16th, 1999 with this card in the EX starter box. This would be the first time this art was seen on a card. The starter box contained 2 starter decks, 1 for Kaiba and 1 for Yugi. A total of 85 cards came in the set. Again, no Eye of Anubis and no card number. It is an ultra rare PSA pop, only 52 of this card, with only 1 PSA 10. The fourth release was on December 18th to the 19th, 1999, in the Jump Festa 2000 promotional release. Again, no Eye of Anubis or card number, but it was a secret rare this time. The total PSA pop's only 30 and only 2 PSA 10s of that card exist. The 5th release was on May 18th, 2000 with the Japanese Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon booster release. The Eye of Anubis and card number could be seen for the first time on this ultra rare Blue Eyes. It was number LB-01. Total PSA pop is 163 with 46 PSA 10, so pretty high on the PSA 10 list there. The 6th release was on November 23rd, 2000 with the EX-R starter box, which would include 87 cards. Blue Eyes was an ultra rare, indicated by number EX-49, and of course had an Eye of Anubis hologram. The total PSA pop is 49 with just 15 PSA 10s of that card. The 7th release was on April 19th, 2001 with the booster Spell of Mask, where Blue Eyes was an ultimate rare, indicated by SM-51. PSA pop was really big on this one. I was very surprised at 661 with 198 10s. So I think there's a lot more value with some of those earlier cards when compared to what Spell of Mask cards are going for. It's just kind of ridiculous. All right, so before we wrap the video up, I'm gonna show you how this goes in a one touch and what that fitment looks like in that one touch and how I go about doing it. So again, we have my sleeves, which are the Dragon Shield Perfect Fit Clear right here. You're gonna need to use those sleeves for perfect clarity and perfect fit inside of a one touch. Here's the one touch right here. We're just gonna, now this is a very important step. You don't just wanna rip it out of this bag, because these bags are great for storing them and stacking them when you have more than one card in a one touch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the tab off the top. We're gonna make sure to reuse that bag there whenever we put it in our storage case or whatever you are storing it in. Take it out of the bag. We're gonna pull it apart here, and of course these are done with a magnet, so that is what's holding them together. We're gonna get rid of that little insert card. Gonna take our card here, zoom in. We're gonna place it perfectly inside of our one touch. We're gonna make sure that we're perfectly centered. We're gonna take our top piece here and just lay it down on top. Just like that. It's very protected and needs a little bit of a wipe down, but that's okay. But just a beautiful way to keep your cards, and it has a lot more clarity than something like a top loader. Also, of course, it is more protective for those bigger cards you may have. Well, everyone, I hope you learned something here today, and I better see you at the table next time. Ciao.